Good morning. Look who's with me here. Jason.
We're here.
I tell you what, man, being a radio guy and a stage musician like yourself, when we say 7:15, man, the curtain goes up at 7:15.
I like it.
I am excited. I'm so glad you're able to join me here this morning to talk about, I don't know, the journey from Willmar Senior High to the stage with Boogie Wonderland. Jason Christianson, everybody right there.
What a story, huh?
You know,
good to see everybody.
Everybody knows Jason. And yesterday
we'll
when we teased this was comments, I can't wait. My wife was like, I get my shower done before 7:15 so I can watch Jason. Oh, man.
How fun.
Thank you, my friend. So I saw you with the band on the Saturday night for the Pride Block Party.
I know. I looked out in the crowd and I'm like, didn't really know anybody. We were downtown Minneapolis at the Saloon Block Party. And all of a sudden, these two good-looking people out in the crowd. And I'm like, I know them. All right, somebody's here that I know.
That was the moment you caught eyes with us.
Wow.
It sounds so good, Jason.
I hope so. It's different watching yourself on. Yeah.
A great stage too set up there.
It was unreal.
Nice.
It was so fun.
Big stage.
And
we'll get some more of that.
Yeah.
I want to say quickly to everybody, if you are catching this live, and a lot of people watch afterwards, but if you're live, any comment you make on Facebook, we're able to bring into the video and the show. So if you have questions, comments, like Doyle, good morning, guys. I don't know how many of these you know. Here's another Mike. Good morning.
Oh,
Josh,
sure.
good morning, guys.
Awesome.
Good morning from Lake Florida, Tim and Jason. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Tim and Jason in the morning.
That's kind of cool too. Holy moly.
Jane, good morning. Way to go, Jason.
That's pretty cool. That's my aunt.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, what?
But that's cool. I stay at her house when I go down to the cities and we perform a lot.
Okay.
So she helps me out in her.
Good morning to you both from Southwest Minnesota. Paula, hi, Jason. Is Paula like a cousin or something? No.
She's my boss.
Oh, for real?
You bet.
Your boss at what? Because I've been meaning to ask, when you're not on the stage with Boogie Wonderland, what are you doing?
Sure. What I do is I hang out and not take care, but just enjoy time with 5 mentally handicapped adults. I work for REM in Willmar, Minnesota here, and it's just enjoyable, about 10, 15 hours a week. And we have a good time together.
Yeah. Well, that seems so Jason for those that know you. That's lovely. They're coming in wild and crazy here. I never got this much attention on a radio show I used to do. Kari, Mike, hi, Jason. We could do the whole show on these guys. Love watching Boogie Wonderland. True, great show. Mrs. Burns.
There we go. There's the important one.
From the porch. Okay, so good morning. My aunt and uncle Chop and Trudy from Rochester saw them in Texas.
Wow.
You do a lot of shows in Texas?
So last year I spent 6 weeks down in Texas during the winter with friends of mine that are actually owners of the band that I'm in, Boogie Wonderland, and also in the band, Kathy Tate and Pat Vigil.
Pat's a Willmar guy originally.
He is. We actually grew up just a couple blocks from each other. He's like, I think 4 or 5 years older than me. But we played in the neighborhood and did stuff like that. Anyways, he's musical talented. I did go down to Texas and visit them at their park and ended up staying in their camper. And we did some entertaining down there. Me and Pat did at the park. They got these happy hours that are kind of cool. from like 4:30 to 6 o'clock. You just go and you play for the tips and you sing some music, and it's so fun. And I brought something new down there. A lot of the people that entertain down there, and they're all good because I went to many of them and saw them, would sing country music. So I brought a little different genre of music, I want to say. So I would do my Frank Sinatra to Neil Diamond to Tony Orlando, a little bit of rock and roll, of course, some George Strait, some Bellamy Brothers. And they're just like, wow, we haven't seen something like this. And it just kind of caught on down there. And then as well, when I was down there doing that, Mr. Pat Vigil put a band together called the Power Lounge. And I joined that band as we were there. And we performed down in South Padre Island at the Isla Grande Hotel for a whole week. And it's pretty cool. It's the Power Lounge featuring Astani. And me and Pat are the two from Minnesota. He's the keyboardist. I'm one of the singers. Astani is the main singer. And then we have a drummer, a guitarist, and a bass player as well. So there.
I mean, next, the Hollywood Bowl.
It's kind of fun. And I'm going down there in October with that band to sing for 2 weeks straight. The Gulf of Mexico, South Padre Island.
Nice.
I'm lucky. I'm just lucky.
Help Damon out here. Boogie Wonderland playing for Pennock Fun Days?
Yes, we are. August 3rd. And it's going to be a blast. Small towns are fun. They're just fun to play in. Every gig is fun. But you think, yeah.
There's Tasha is looking forward to Pennock Fun Days.
She's coming.
That's awesome, Jason, says Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking back a few years. You know, when I'm trying to remember, when did I really start to get to know Jason? It's probably 3-4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 5 max.
Sure.
But I'd see you singing with Danny and Jason, and that became a destination for us. Danny and Jason are playing out at O'Neill's. Danny and Jason and at the Fox, so we got to go and see them. And here's something that occurred to me at that time, Jason.
Sure.
You're a great singer.
Thank you.
Family, you get a sister's very fine singer.
Yep.
For sure.
Very
Mom
good.
and Dad, do they sing?
My father does.
Yeah.
My mother. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So obviously, great singer. We all recognize that. I'm not sure that, say, 4 years ago, that you were convinced that how good you were. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, when Colleen and Bree came on board, I love them. Friends with them on Facebook. The vibe.
Great people.
But you sort of just, you allowed them, you know, grab your Miller Lite, and we're like, "Oh, Jason, come on, man, Jason, we need more Jason." There was maybe a confidence thing that we noticed, and we're a little frustrated by ourselves because we know.
Sure.
And then I go and see you on the stage at Minneapolis for the Pride Block Party, and there's a personality that we had not seen even since the last time I saw you with Boogie Wonderland. There's a continued confidence and stage presence growing. What do you chalk that up to?
Sure. What I'm really going to give a lot of credit to is all my band members. And even getting back to when I was with Danny too, Danny would sometimes just say, "Jason, come on, man, you are good. Come on, sing more." And I don't know, I believed in myself, but I didn't, but I did in a weird way. So when I got into this band, when I got into this band, they got a hold of me, let's say 16 months ago, and said, "Oh, we got this gig coming up in Granite Falls, and it's a rodeo."
Oh, yeah.
And yep. And the owners, of course, and I'm friends now, and I call themselves, I'm best friends with Pat and Kathy. They said, "We need a guy that'll just come in and do a country song, maybe a couple rock songs." I'm like, "Okay." I thought about it, got a little nervous, but I'm like, let's just do it. So I did that first gig at Granite Falls, and I'm like, this is kind of fun. This is kind of fun being up here. And the crowd really took on to me because it was a country crowd. The rodeo people came in at about 10 o'clock, and I'm like, all right, it's Jason time. Let's do a little beer money. Let's do a little boot scootin' boogie.
Yes.
Little Till You Can't by Cody Johnson. And it just, I fed off of their energy, and it gave me confidence from that gig. And then getting back to where my confidence has came since I've joined the band for over a year now, I really, really want to credit all my band members. I look up to them all the time. I talk to them, and I'm just like, man, I'm so thankful to be here with you guys. You are so professional. And they're like, they kept telling me, Jason, you're one of us now. You are a professional as well. So
like,
I just
you're
started
the band and I'm a visitor. Is that kind of where you were for? I could
yes,
see that. I could see
yes. And I always in life in general, put people above me. So that's just what I do. And when I started to realize gig after gig and going to different towns, and I'm just like, I started to believe myself that I'm one of them. And when you start to believe something good about yourself and you start telling yourself good things instead of negative things in your head, which I used to do a lot, you become a better person and you become the person on stage. And it's unreal. And I believe that's where I'm at today.
There's a little more love for you from Doyle. Great stage presence. Keeps getting more and more confident all the time. Yes. And I suppose that kind of makes sense. But I've been enjoying seeing that happen.
Thank you.
From the time that I first knew you. Hello from Lake Miltona. Thanks. Oh, there's Kathy.
There's Pat, Kathy. Yes, hey. my good friends. Yes.
By the way, Pat, as long as you're on here, dude, slaying on the keys.
Unreal talented. You can't make it up.
Oh my gosh. So I got shivers. Just so
Me too.
So good. I'm glad you're on here this morning. Here's another one. You have an angel pushing you to be able to be the person you are, Jason. You have come so far. Very Paula again.
My boss.
Mary. Wow. Everybody. Jason, you have such great energy and a fabulous personality. Teresa's a friend of mine too. Awesome. It's so true. It's just like, dude, you go. What? Where do you see this leading?
It's so hard to say. I don't know. I feel like I'm on a journey, and I'm just seeing where this journey takes me. It's taken to me once again back to my band members. It's taken to me to good people. I've been surrounded by a lot of good people, and when you surround yourself with good people, good things happen. It's unreal. I'm gonna say the phrase, and I've been known to say this in Texas a lot. You just can't make it up.
Yeah.
And every day it's something different and something new. And it's just a journey, and I do not know where it's going to take me, but I'm ready to go wherever it takes me. And I know I'm in the right place right now.
I can think of one thing for you. We've had a couple of good phrases here. You should do like TED Talks, confidence building TED Talks or something. Anya, 100% you put everyone above you. You always have. Glad you are taking your turn. I think my wife is watching this, and I know she agrees. Jason, it's your turn to have the mic. And we used to say that out and about. Jason, do another song. Because you deserve to do another song. In fact, here is Mrs. Burns again. I'm in a swoon. Hey, now.
I want to also tell everybody out there that all the years that me and Danny been singing together, 20 plus, we did include Tim a couple times, more than a couple. I'd say 10 to 15 times. He can sing just as well. And I would always take a step back and watch him and Danny, and I would be just like, this is great.
Well, that's
They
what
not just give me
Danny.
a break, but just
He's
yeah.
more insistent. Like we're just going to see Danny and Jason. Tim, come here and sing a song.
Exactly.
And, you offer me a mic, I am probably not going to turn it down.
I agree.
We go back.
So this guy's talented too, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, thank you. You know what though? You use it or lose it. I'm finding as I started singing with the barbershop chorus again, and I was like, "Oh my
Awesome.
God, I gotta
Them are great guys
strengthen
as well.
these muscles again here." Let's go back to this shot.
Oh, did we have fun that night?
It looks like I had a Michelob. I know you're a Miller Lite guy.
Yes.
And
yes.
this was Diamond Rio. What
Unreal.
a show. And what fun. I mean, look at the joy, not only in our trio there, but folks around us.
The girls behind us were having a great time that night, I remember.
I showed you pictures
Holy fuck.
that I won't put up here. When we caught up with them after the show, and my wife kind of took a shine to them, or vice versa.
Sure.
And they have a great little boutique up near St. Cloud, the White Peony. I'll plug for the White Peony. They, if you want to know how to do social media for a like a boutique like that, those girls, they're killing it. Like Patrick V. Hill kills the piano.
I agree. There we go. Oh, unreal.
I want to.
Yeah, you were the MC. You were the MC that night, I believe, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yes. Yep. And God, let's Tim do a great job doing that. And we Eric Grieger, my friend on that picture.
Yep.
He's the one that said, Jason, let's go down. He had an extra ticket. He did not tell me until I got there that Tim and Londa were going to be there. So I got there, and then we're in the first row. I didn't know what to expect.
I know.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Tim.
Now I'm saying, hey, I know Jason. Can I get in the front row up there for the Pride show? Where did that go? We got to hear that again. Just
okay.
This is the moment, in case you missed it earlier, that my wife and I arrived. We could hear it from Hennepin, and it was pretty early. We got there about 7-8 minutes after you started the show.
Awesome.
And I said, let me roll my camera because Jason's going to catch eyes with us. And so, again, here's the... And you know what? Usually you hear concerts on video. It sounds so good off of my cell phone even. Isn't it? It's just a great setup. Obviously, they contracted for the right group there for good stage production and sound and lights. At that event for Pride, when you did Man, I Feel Like a Woman. That made the crowd go crazy. We were gleefully enjoying that. Here's another shout out to Pat and Kathy. Great people. Awesome job with Boogie. Shows are always so much fun. It's true. Mike, Tim plays a mean piano. Here's the deal. Though. And I don't want to be Jason 4 years ago. I'm classically trained. You could set almost any sheet music in front of me, no matter how complicated, and I can play it like I'm reading a book.
I believe you. But sit down and do what the likes of Patrick do, just jamming and doing solos. I can't do that. Okay. It's I had a friend like that. He could sit down and improvise and jam, and I was envious of that. And then he was envious that I can read sheet music, whatever you put in front of me. So it's a different thing. And I was just in awe of Patrick, who's back here having a great time with Jason. A much needed element to Boogie. That element, again, at first it was the country and the Neil Diamond, and but
now we heard you on Casey and the Sunshine Band. Do a little dance.
Take a little love.
Get down.
It's so fun. And it's just so fun to do. I mean, I go from Sweet Home Alabama to in the right atmosphere. We do a boot, scoot, and boogie. I mean, I can hop all over. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Going to be doing some Lionel Richie tomorrow night. It's so fun that I can just hop around and they give me that freedom to do that.
Let's talk about tomorrow night. This is the 4th of July week, and being the 4th is on a Thursday, so that makes it kind of weird for long. When are the celebrations happening? And you and Boogie Wonderland are going to be at Canterbury Downs tomorrow night.
Yes.
You did that last year?
They've done it. I think this will be the 7th year. Yes. Last year they did it as well.
You did it for the first time with them last year?
Nope. I didn't go there last year.
Oh,
this is going to be my first time. Nope.
Because I saw a post online,
Yep.
Boogie Wonderland Facebook, I think, where they said 10,000 people, amazing, Canterbury Downs.
It's going to be something. It's going to be something.
Jason, you are ready for that.
I really can't wait. It's going to feed off that energy. It's going to be a great time.
Well, I mean, if somebody has time off and they're like, you know what, let's go to Canterbury Downs. What's the detail on that? When do you play?
So it's going to be tomorrow. We start at 4:10.
4:10.
They got it kind of at a certain time, and we're going to be singing 2 or 3 songs in between races, and then I believe towards the end we will be singing right before their fireworks, and they're at 10:30. So we start around 4 to 10:30. It is a long day, but yet we're not singing back to back to back to back to back. So we do have some breaks. But I'm so pumped. I'm so excited.
The ponies will run between sets, kind of thing.
I guess I will. It's all going to be new to me. I can't wait. But when we did do Pride just a couple of days ago, and I was talking to my band members, and I'm like, it was my first Pride event. And I'm like, what do I expect? They go, Jason, just have fun. You're going to just love these people. You're going to just have a blast. Just feed off of their energy. And once again, I keep going back to my band members, but they just give me the positivity that goes through my body and I give to everybody else. And then once again, if you tell yourself and you believe in yourself, you're good, you're going to be good.
Yeah.
And I asked them, I said, what's it going to be like on Wednesday? They said, just wait. Every gig, every event's going to be different, but you're going to enjoy it. Feed off the energy and sing your butt off.
Heather is a friend, said a lot of her friends from Prior Lake are going to be there. Yes. Heather, you should go too.
Yes.
Maybe Londa and I will hook up with.
That'd be great.
Let's go. Let's go to the show. And but now, before we go, oh, you're very kind, Twyla. Thank you. So, somewhere between, Danny and Jason and Boogie Wonderland, you lost Mallory. And you said it'd be okay to bring this up. I feel like when we talked about it yesterday, you handled it better than I did.
Thank you.
But I also teased we're going to be hearing a little bit of a song that you produced, and that was based on what a letter that you found. Mallory was your girlfriend.
Yep.
She became ill, and she passed away. That's been more
20,
than a year and a half now. Right?
20 months today.
Almost 2 years. And you found a letter that she wrote. What did that?
It was unreal. So once Mallory passed on, I kind of did some cleaning around the house, invited her mother and father here. And a couple months after we kind of cleaned up around the house, I had 2 boxes of stuff that I just knew that sometime I needed to go through that were personal. And I picked a night, I think it was a Wednesday night, and I just started going through some of the stuff. And I came across this poem that she left me.
Here it is.
And I called Kathy, which is Boogie Wonderland, and we were going to try to do a song last summer, and we're kind of looking at a song to do, trying to come up with the words. I called her at 10:30 at night. She was coming back from Iowa. She answered the phone, and it was like, Kathy, I found our song. I found our words. We don't even have to think of anything. And from there on, all summer long, I went up to Lake Miltoma up by Alexandria with Pat and Kathy. And if it wasn't for them, this song would have never, ever came about. And if it wasn't for Mallory and this poem that I found, it would have never came about. And we ended up releasing it in September. It is on iTunes, Spotify. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook. And she was a wonderful lady, Miss Mallory.
Yeah. Let's hear a little bit of that. Always Be You. Here is here's Jason. Let me see if I can get this going here for a little bit here.
What if we are the answer and love is the question? What if all of this time it was us who was supposed to find? One thing's for sure, it will always be you. Always be you. That gives flight to my butterflies. One thing's for sure, it will always be you. Always be you. That gives hope to my lonely nights. Always be you. Always be you. Always be you. That gives flight to my butterfly.
Oh man, Jason.
Thank you.
I might have to end this. No. That's really, you know what? It's a beautiful song. And
Thank you.
And being emotional is okay. I am a little bit too, but really well recorded. Sounds so good.
All the Patrick V. Hill. Yep.
And here's the love now coming. Since I started the song, yeah, and beautiful song. I love the song. I got it right off of YouTube.
Yep.
Jason Christianson, Always Be You, and on Spotify. Jason, congratulations.
Feels good.
You deserve it.
It's a journey. I love it.
And have fun tomorrow, Panog. What anything else? Yeah. Within the region coming up soon.
Yeah. Let's see. We are at the. Just going to look at my phone here for a second. July 26th, we were at Olivia Corn Capital Days for their street dance.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and then the day after that, we were at the Throwback for Melvin's in Green Lake and Zorba's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's like a 7 to 11 gig. You got to buy tickets for that one, but it's so I've never performed at Zorba's ever in my life, so it's going to be a cool stage outside and the atmosphere, and hopefully it's a beautiful day and we can just all have some fun.
There,
come see us, everybody.
Doyle knows about the Melvin's Throwback. What was the date on that again? Do you remember?
July 27th.
Okay.
Melvin's Throwback.
End of the month.
At Zorba's. Yes.
Every time I listen to, yeah, I mean, come on. They just keep coming. Living the dream. Living the dream. Is that?
That's my sister. Holy buckets.
Your sister, the singer.
Salt Lake City. Yes, she is. She was a professional opera singer. Yeah. Yes.
But I saw her sing with you guys at O'Neill's. She can do the pop stuff, the rock stuff too, man. You guys, it's crazy.
So cool. Lucky.
All right. You know what? We'll have to watch. The comments just keep coming. The love for you, Jason, from me, from everybody. We'll just, we'll say goodbye. I'll just let the comments keep going on the video. Now, you can follow and watch this throughout the day and the weeks, and I'm sure we'll see more. Be in touch. Don't forget us little people.
Never. Tim, you're don't forget this guy, ladies and gentlemen. Follow his shows. He does a wonderful job, and he's very, very talented in many, many ways.
Well, thank you. Very kind. Jason Christianson, everybody. Let's do it again. See ya.